So far yesterday we are discussed about the headings, HTML headings and HTML paragraphs and HTML styles. So what are we discussed yesterday? Just I have listed in my web page. So that's what you are all seeing here. So the first thing we seen HTML headings. What are all the different types of headings we have in our HTML from H1 to H6? So HTML headings in the top is there, right? That will be H1, and the bottom HTML heading 6 is H6 tag. So this is the first thing we have seen yesterday. Then second thing we seen about HTML paragraphs. What is paragraph and how to add a content or how to add a paragraph to my website. This is the second thing we saw yesterday. Then the third thing we seen about attributes. What is attribute and how to add attributes in our HTML tag. So far we have discussed about 4 different stylings. The very first thing is we have seen how to change my text color. Okay, how to change my text color. And then second one is how to give a background color to my content or to my text. Okay, this is what we seen yesterday. Then the third one is how to change my font style, right? How to change my font style. This is the third style we have seen yesterday. The final one is how to change my font size. Okay, whatever the mentioned size, the mentioned sizes, style, background color, font color will be in default. Okay, we have how to overcome how to change the default color, font, background color, size. Those things we have seen yesterday. Okay, so these are all the topics we have covered yesterday so far. So let us move on to the today's session. So today we are going to see about how to format my content. Yesterday we have created a paragraph, right? We have given some content to our website. So what is this text formatting? The text formatting is nothing but we can give some additional feature to our content. Okay, that is what we are going to see in the HTML text formatting. To be simple, I have given content. So how to bold my content, how to bold to give an uppercase or a lowercase, and how to underline a particular line, and how to change a particular word into markable. I want to give a marking to my content, means how to do that. These are all comes under text formatting. Okay, that's what we are going to see today. Then the second topic is about HTML attributes. So far in the attribute, yesterday we have seen about styling attributes, right? So today we are going to see about some other attributes in HTML, right? Then third one is HTML media. So media is nothing but whatever we see and whatever we hear. Whatever we see is how it is mentioned in media is whatever we see as an image, whatever we hear is a video, right? So how to add an audio in my web page or in my website, how to add a video in my website. So this is what we are going to see today in the HTML media, right? Then the final one is about HTML list, how to give a list in my website. For example, let us take a topic fruits. Okay, we will list all the fruits available, right? Like apple, orange, banana, something. So how to list my products. Okay, how to list my products in my web page and or a website. So these are all the topic I'm going to cover in the next 15 minutes. Okay, hope you all understood what we are going to see today. Okay, be attentive, please listen carefully. In the middle, if you have any doubt, please make a note of it. Okay, at the end of the session I will be clarifying all your doubts. If you want to make a note of this queries and what are the tags I have mentioned here, please make a note of it. And the third one, already you have installed your Visual Code. Is it Studio Code? You have editor, you have installed. If you want, you can open in your laptop. You can also simultaneously work with me. Okay, right, guys? So we'll move on to the first topic. Okay, HTML text formatting. I will be explaining here, and the meanwhile I will show you the demonstration in the coding part also. First I will explaining here, and at the explanation I'm going to implement in the coding part. Okay, we'll start with the first topic, HTML text formatting. Okay, so as I said, the HTML text formatting is consist of these different topics. So the first thing is bolding a text. Okay, how to bold my text in my web document. So this is the first thing we are going to see today. Okay, so as you all know, I have created a folder HTML in my desktop. So index.html, this is what we seen yesterday. Okay, so today I have created a file day3.html. Okay, so as we all know, the first part will be to give the structure of the HTML. Okay, so first I am giving my title as day 3. Okay, so this is what I got my structure. I have mentioned the title for my today's web page. Then now I'm moving to the body part. This ensures whatever the contents, whatever the stylings, what are the specifications we are going to do with the website, all those things comes under this body tag. Okay, so first I am going to give a paragraph tag. P is nothing but paragraph, so I'm just giving a paragraph. Okay, just I am copied a content from Google, just I am pasting inside this paragraph. Okay, see, I got my paragraph. Okay, so I said in the PPT we are going to see first how to bold the text. Let's see, this paragraph is we got in the Chrome. Okay, just I am running this. As you all know, to run my HTML page, just click on terminal, which is available in the Visual Studio Code editor on the top. Okay, terminal, click on terminal, then click on run active file. Okay, if you run on that, it will directly navigate to your Chrome page. Okay, see, I got my Chrome page. Okay, I got my web page in my browser. Okay, so to be more beautiful, just I am giving a heading for my paragraph. Okay, I'm just giving about nature. Okay, just I'm giving a header called about nature. See, I got my header. So the next thing, to be more beautiful, just I am giving a style. I am aligning my header into the middle part of the page. Okay, for that, as you all know, for aligning a text, just we have to giving text hyphen align equal to what? Center. Okay, what it does actually, my header text will aligned into center part of my document. Is it? What I made a mistake here. I should not give equal to here. Instead of equal to, I have to give colon. Text align equal to center. So again, I missed one thing. What? An attribute for a tag. I want to mention a attribute. What is that? Style. Okay. This is what my attribute, and the attribute value is about text align, and I am colon, I am giving center. Okay. Hope you guys follow. So the section will end here. Okay. Is this the correct format for aligning the center? Yes, this is the correct format. How I am saying, a tag consists of attribute. The attribute name is style. Okay, I am going to change my heading into center part of my web application. Okay, see, I got my heading into center page of my web. Okay, so first thing, we are going to format this document. Okay, first thing I will show you. See, this paragraph is displaying in single line. Okay, it's looking into 4 lines. Okay, maximum of 4 lines. Now I want to break this into some other points. Okay, I want to give it as a break in the middle. Okay, I want to segregate into 2 parts. For that, what I want to do. Okay, just see here. The it is also powerful enough to destroy the entire mankind. There is a full stop, right? Just I am giving a break here, giving a tag called break. It's just about br. Okay, what this does means, after specifying this br, whatever the content I have mentioned, that will comes into a new line. Okay, that will comes under a new line. See, I have given destroy the entire mankind, right? After this full stop, I have mentioned BR. Okay. From this every form of nature, it gone to a another line. Okay. It gone to another line. This is what a break does. So you may in your mind it will raise a question why there is no closing tag. Okay. See, for H1 and paragraph, it gives an automatic closing tag, right? When I open H1, it shows me the closing tag of H1. Whereas for BR, it doesn't shows. Why? So this tag is unpaired tag in HTML. Okay, unpaired tag. The tag which is not specified with the closing tag is called unpaired tag. Whereas this H1 and paragraph is paired tag. Why it is paired tag? Because it is having a opening tag and the closing tag. So it is called as paired tag. For this break, we don't want a closing tag. Okay, it is called as unpaired tag. Okay, this is the thing. So now I want to bold a particular word in my document. Okay, for this, let us select a word. Okay, just I am selecting a word humans. Okay, in my web document, I want to bold this humans into a bold format. Okay, how to do this? Just before that, the word which you want to be displayed as bold, just go to the before word or just click on that before word, just open a tag, open tag, just give it as B. Okay, just give it as B. It automatically it comes a close tag. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to bold this humans tag, right? Just cut that and put inside to that tag. Okay, in my web document or in my website, I want to specify in a bold format a particular word. I want to display in a bold format means just select that word. Okay, before that word just give a open tag and after that word give a close tag. Let us see it gives into the bold format or not. See, it displays in the bold format, right? It displays in the bold format. Okay, it displays in the bold format. Or you want this entire paragraph into bold format means it is also very simple. Just give it that in the beginning of the paragraph. Okay, B. Okay, beginning, just remove this. It gives the auto close tag, just cut that and put it in the end. Okay, let's see. See, all my content is displayed in the bold format. Okay, we can give bold wherever you want and how you are going to specify in your website. I have shown you how to display in a bold format for a single word or the entire thing. Okay, Just I have given Control Z to differentiate that. See, now I am converted a single word into bold format. Okay, this is the first thing we have seen. So second thing, italic text. What is italic text? It is nothing but it gives a slanting. It little bit that word will be slanting. That is called italic text, right? You guys have seen in Word document or Excel, whatever the Microsoft product you have used, right? So I will show you how to get the italic font of a particular word. Okay, right. I'm just going this impossible word, right? If you see here, we have a word saying impossible. Just I am making this impossible into italic font. How it is possible? See, just open a tag, right? Just give it as L I. Okay. Sorry, not L, S I. Okay. Just I'm cutted that paste. I'm just pasting here. Okay. Let's see. See, this impossible is little bit different. Why? I have mentioned a font saying font, that particular font or a text is displayed in an italic format. Okay, this is all about this italic text. Okay, it's very simple to remember also. I want to display a text in a bold format. For that, the word bold begins with the letter B. So remember that B is for bold. Okay. For change the text into italic format or italic font. That italic word begins with a letter saying I. Okay. Just give I in the open tag as well as in the closing tag. The word or the paragraph which you want to be displayed in an italic format. So this will be the tag for to make it possible. Right? Then hope you guys follow me. Okay. Then the third one is marked text. What does this marked text means? So in my web document, I want to display a particular word into markable. We have that marker pen, right? In our books and all, we will make that marker pen. Using that marker, we will highlight a particular sentence or we will highlight a important point regarding that paragraph. Is it? So that is possible using a tag saying mark. Okay, to highlight a particular word or to highlight the entire document what we have mentioned here, we can use as mark. Okay, so just I'm selecting another word here, right? Where we can mark. So from okay, just I am from here. I'm just giving a tag saying mark. Okay, mark. Okay, just I'm taking that closing tag and I am just inserting in this after this as. Okay, just paste that. Okay, see in my paragraph, just I am going to mark a particular line into some other format. Let's see how it display. See, it is highlighted. Okay, that particular word is highlighted into the default color format of HTML. Okay, if you want to change this color means that is also possible. I have explained you about the style attributes, right? You can use the background color or you can use the text color. So based on after this mark tag, you can just give a style. Okay, style equal to colon background color. Okay, I'm giving selected background color and just I'm giving aqua. Okay, I'm just selecting this color. Okay, let's see what happens. See, the color is changed into aqua from yellow. The HTML5 is having the default color of yellow to highlight or to mark a particular word or a sentence in my web document. Okay, that can be handled by using style attribute to change the color. The meanwhile, you can increase the font size using style equal to font hyphen size. If you want to change the text color of highlighted one, you can again use style equal to color, okay, which are all seen yesterday. Okay, this is what all about mark tag in HTML. So far we discussed about three tags. The first one is how to bold a text or my sentence or my content. Okay, the second one italic, okay, italic font. Then the third one is how to mark or how to highlight my word or a sentence in my web document. Okay, let's move on to the fourth format. It is smaller text. What is this smaller text? The term itself defines as what is smaller text. In my web document, I want to mention a word into normal, from normal font to into a small format. Okay, for that I can use a tag saying small. Okay, it is nothing but small. Okay, see, I'm just selecting this healthy. The Okay, this healthy, I am going to make it this word into small from the normal text. For that, the tag name is called as small. Okay, just give it as small and just cutted that healthy word I have put it into this middle of the tag. Okay, this is all about this smaller text. It will give the healthy word into smaller text from the normal text size. Okay, let's see how it displays. So see here, healthy is displayed into smaller font. Okay, the visibility may be this one. Let me change the font size. This is displaying only for heading. So I am trying to increase the heading size, not for the paragraph, right? So paragraph, I am giving the style equal to colon font hyphen size. Okay, just I am giving us 25 pixels. So this should not come. Hope you guys now understood the, see, where is that small marker? See here, the healthy is become smaller than the normal font. Okay, this is all about small text. So we'll move on to the next. What is deleted text? What is this deleted text? Okay, this deleted text is nothing but it will give a strikeout. Okay, a particular word. See, human is there, no, I have just marked this human. I want to delete this. Okay, generally HTML gives a strikeout symbol on the deletion. Okay, I will give you the real-time example of the deletion also. Before that, let me explain you how the deletion will display. For the deletion, we have the tag name called del. Okay, this is the tag for delete. Just I am cutted that human, I'm just entering in this. Okay, let's see what this actually does. See, it gives a strikeout on that particular word. Okay, so what is the use of strikeouting this? Okay, let me give you a real-time example. We have online shoppings, right? Like Amazon and Flipkart. In that, what they will do, if you see that price column, what they will do, if I am going to purchase a shirt, what it means, I am going to that web application, I'm just searching for my shirt, it will displays the price, right? What they will display, the actual price, the shirt is about 1,000 rupees. Certain period they will give after a offer, after a discount. Okay, they will give some discount prices for that particular product, right? For that, what they will do, they will strike out that MRP rate, right? 1,000, they will strike out like this, what I have mentioned in the human. What they will do, they will strike out that 1,000, and after that 1,000 they will give some smaller amount of that 1,000. What will they give? 800. Okay, this is what the real-time example of this deletion tag in HTML. Let me give that example again. It will mainly used on the pricing areas or the offer areas or the discount areas. They will mention the actual price in that strikeout, and they will, after that strikeout, they will give the lower price as an offer price or the discount price of the product or whatever the course is or whatever may be, right? This is what comes under this deletion of the tag. Okay, hope you guys follow me. Next, we'll move on to the subscript text. Okay, what is the subscript text? So subscript is nothing but the real-time example of this subscript is chemical formulas. In the chemistry department, we have some chemical formulas. Okay, I don't want to give much more introduction on that. Just we have a chemical formula saying H2O, right? It is for water, right? In H2O, where the 2 will be displayed, it will be displayed in the base or little bit downer from the H, right? The 2 will be displayed in the downward or little bit bottom to the H, right? That portion is called, that 2 portion is called about subscript of H. The 2 is called the subscript, right? How to get that in this HTML? How to I display that chemical formulas in my web page? Okay, how to display that in my web page? So let us see that how to display the chemical formulas. Okay, for that, first I'm just showing in another paragraph. I'm just opening the P tag. In that, I'm just giving first word as H. Okay, now where the 2 will comes, the 2 will comes to the base of the H. For that, what we have to do, we have to mention another tag called sub, because the next word after the H, the next word will be the subscript or a sub word for the H. For that, I have opened a tag sub. Okay, under or inside that sub, I am giving the value or a word 2. So for this, I am giving 2. Okay, what will be the next word in the H2O? O will be the last word. Just I am giving the O in the after closing that sub tag. Okay, so subscript are especially used for chemical formulas and chemistry departments. It will give a word to be displayed in the subset or a downer or a below or a little bit downward direction of that particular word. This is all comes under subscript. Let's see how this displays. See, I got my H2O displayed here. Okay, the word which you want to display in a sub portion or little bit downer portion for a word, we can use a script or a tag called sub. This is called subscript text. Okay, hope you guys understood what is the sub. Okay, let me delete and show you again. For that, just I am open that tag. Okay, inside that tag, First I have given my first word H. Okay, after that after that first word, I'm just giving the second word will to display as a subscript of the H. For that, what we have to do, I am giving a tag saying sub, then the what will be the letter. The 2 will be the subset of H, so I have given 2 in the sub tag. Then the next letter I am giving after the sub tag, just O. Okay, this will give my output as H2O. Okay, clear? We'll move on to the last topic saying superscript. Okay, superscript is nothing but it will used in the mathematical formulas. Okay, like we have a square, b square, x square, right? Where the 2 or the x cube in the cube 3 will be displayed from the normal position to the upperward. Okay, upper position. The square, the 2 will be displayed in the little bit upper from the normal letter. So how it is possible in the HTML? So that is what we are going to display in the next tab. Okay, for that similar thing, just we are going to change a one word in the tag. Okay, there is no much more complications to display the chemical formulas and the mathematical notations in the HTML. It is very easy to display. Okay, so what I am doing now, I am trying to display a square. Okay, let me display a square, and let me also explain how to display that a square. For that, just I am opening a tag, okay, paragraph tag. What will be the first word in the a square? A. I'm just giving a word a. Okay, now I want to display the square. For that, I am going to add another tag called SUP. What is this? Actually, superscript. Superscript, right? Superscript, the first 3 letters of the superscript. It is called SUP. Just I am giving, okay, I got the open tag. Just I am giving 2 here. Okay, this is very simple. There is no much more complication of chemical formulas and the mathematical notations. Just a single word will be varied for chemical to mathematical formulas. Okay, let's see it is displayed or not. See, superb, right? I got my mathematical formula. Similarly, whatever the mathematical notations we have to display in the format of a square, b square, whatever the things you can make it possible by using this, right? So this is all about the formatting of HTML. Okay, let me again explain you one by one. So bold text is nothing but to bold a particular text or my content. The tag is very simple. See, if you see the all the text formatting, the first letter, okay, remember the first letter or the first 2-3 letters will be the tag. Okay, it's very easy to learn and implement. For bold, the tag is about B, a single word. Okay, for italic, the tag will be I. Okay, to mark or to highlight a particular word or a sentence, the tag will be mark. Okay, then the fourth one is I want to make a particular word into smaller piece than a normal piece. Okay, normal text. Okay, for that we are using a tag saying small. Okay, so deletion is about deleting. I have shown you the demonstration on how the deletion and where we are implementing this deletion concept, especially in the pricings areas, in the shopping malls, on the online shopping, wherever we have the price tags, they will use this deletion format. They will delete a particular amount, and after discount, they will use to display a particular amount. This is what comes under deletion. Then the subscript and superscript. Okay, subscript is nothing but it will display a word into the base of a particular word. It will display little bit downward to a letter. Okay, this is what about subscript, and the superscript is about from a particular word that the second word will be displaying, or whichever the word you want to display in that. little bit uppercase, you can use that superscript. For the subscript, the first three letter will be the tag SUB. Okay. For superscript, the tag is about SUP. Okay. This is all about the HTML text formatting. Hope you guys understood all the text formattings. Okay. Then we will move on to the next topic of today. Okay. What is the next topic? We are going to discuss about attributes. Okay. Some other attributes in the HTML. Yesterday we saw about styling attributes. Today we are going to discuss about some other attributes. Okay. In that, the first attribute is title attribute. Okay. The title attribute. Let us see what is this title attribute shows. As I mentioned, this title tag displayed as a tooltip when you mouse over the element. Okay, don't worry about it. I will explain you in the coding part. See, I have displayed content, right? I have given a paragraph. So what the paragraph actually means, or the what the paragraph is actually about. Okay, that is what displaying in the title tag. Okay, let me show. See, I have mentioned a paragraph right here. So let's see what happens if I enter title. Okay, you can add along with that also for understanding purpose. I'm just removed that. Okay, I'm giving a title for my paragraph saying about nature. Okay, I'm just giving title for my paragraph as about nature. Let's see what makes the difference in our web page. Nothing. Why? As I said, tooltip, it displayed as a tooltip when you mouse over the element. Let's see. I'm just hovering on the paragraph. So it is displaying the title, whatever I have mentioned, right? It is displaying about, this paragraph is about nature. Okay, that's what comes under this title. Wherever you mention a title in paragraph, okay, or beginning, wherever you can mention, okay, it will simply shows what that paragraph or what that content is about. That's what comes under this title attribute. Okay, hope you guys understood. Okay, the second thing we are going to see about a very important attribute of HTML. The first title attribute, I have explained you what that title is actually going to do and how it will be displaying and how it will be replicated in our web document. Okay, the second attribute is about href. Okay, href is nothing but H is hypertext, ref is reference. Okay, this is all about hypertext reference. What is this hypertext reference? Okay, see, in my website, I'm asking the user or I'm asking the person who is visiting my website to refer some other pages. Okay, to refer some other pages. For example, I have developed my web document, right? In that, I'm just mentioning you want to know about nature, just Google it. Okay, if you want to know about more about nature, I want to tell just Google it for more information about nature, right? For that, we are using an attribute called href. Okay, for that href, we are using a tag saying a. Okay, a is nothing but anchor. Okay, attribute, as I said in the yesterday session also, attribute is nothing but it is displayed inside an tag. Okay, inside an element. This is called about attribute. Let us see how this href works. Okay, as I mentioned here, a tag is used to mention href as a, and what this href is does, it specifies a URL of the page the link goes to. Okay, let's see the coding part of that href. Okay, see, I have mentioned a paragraph about nature. Okay, I'm just going to mention As I said, the tag will be A. Okay, this is the tag for hypertext reference. Okay, what is the attribute? So it's nothing but href. Okay, href. Okay, what is this href? It will gives the reference, okay, from where the person who is visiting my website can go through some other details about the topic I have mentioned here. Okay, it is very simple. Just I am giving https://www.google www.google.com. Okay, this will be the my reference. Okay, this will be the reference for my web page. So what I am going to do here, just I am mentioning a content. Just I am going to mention some wordings. Okay, after close tag, just I am mentioning for further details about nature, please visit Google. Okay, so what happens when a person, this text will absolutely going to display there. Okay, this text is absolutely going to display. Then on click of that, what happens on this means, on I click on this further details, it will directly navigate to the Google page. Okay, I'm just giving a quick reference here. Okay, I have mentioned a few details about nature. After you are seeing my web page or my website, I'm asking you to refer some other details about nature or some other important facts about nature. Absolutely, where we will refer in our Google, right? So for that, just I'm giving a reference here. Just visit in Google. Just I'm giving a link here also to refer about the particular topics. Okay, let's see what happens. Just I'm refreshing my screen. See, whatever the content I have mentioned there, it is absolutely displaying. For further details about nature, please visit Google. Okay, it's specified with the link, right? See, when you mouse over there, you can get an icon of clicking, right? See what happens now. I click. See, superb, right? It is directly navigated to the Google page from my web page, isn't it? Hope you guys understood what is this hypertext reference will actually do. Okay, let me again explain you. So this hypertext reference is nothing but I'm just giving additional information to go through in a particular link. Okay, this is all about hyperreference. Okay, similarly we can add some other links also. For instead of Google, you can give Facebook also. Okay, I'm just referring here Facebook. Just I'm changing this content Facebook. Okay, for example, we will add some social media links about our organization in our website, right? Please follow us on Facebook. Please subscribe our channel in YouTube, something like that, right? For that, just I'm adding a link to Facebook. Instead of the person is going to type Facebook in the URL and getting that, just I'm giving a instant or a quick reference to log in that particular page. Okay, please like our page in Facebook. Okay, just I have changed the reference into www.facebook.com and the message for the reference I have changed into please like our page in Facebook. Let's see what happens. See, I got the message what I have given. What happens when I click on this link? Let's see. See, it's directly navigated to the Facebook page, right? This is what all about the hypertext reference. You can give some other links also, whatever the links you have, or if you want to refer some other links regarding your website or regarding your web content, you can use this hyper reference. Okay, the tag is very simple. Okay, let me type it again down below. Okay, to implement href attribute, we need a tag called a. Okay, inside that open tag, just I am adding an attribute saying href. Okay, in this href, we are going to give a link, or it is nothing but we are going to give a link to reference, which we are going to say for reference. Just I have given the link. Just I am copying this again. Just I am pasting down below. Okay, I have given the reference and I have given the message. Okay, so whatever message you want, you can give here. So just I am giving here Facebook. Okay, this is all about the hyper reference or hypertext reference. Okay, hope you guys understood clearly. Okay, the next SRC attribute. Okay, SRC attribute is used for, in my website or in my web document, I want to add an image. Okay, I want to add an image. This is what says about SRC attribute. For that image tag, for that adding image, we need a tag saying image, img. This is the tag. As what I mentioned for href, what we need a tag saying a. This is anchor tag. A is nothing but anchor tag. In that tag, okay, for hyper reference, we need an attribute called href. Similarly, I want to display an image in my website. For that, I need a tag image, but which is mentioned as img. Okay, followed by attribute saying src. Okay, this is all about how to display the image in my website. Okay, let me implement in my coding part. Okay, let me delete this because already I have mentioned a example for hyper reference. Okay, let's see. For displaying an image, I said we need a tag image. Right, for that I'm just mentioning img. Okay, I got my tag. Okay, I got my image tag. So next I am mentioning an attribute saying src. Here src is nothing but source. Okay, whereas href is nothing, ref is nothing but reference. It gives some other link to refer. Okay, from my website, I'm giving a reference to connect with some other link. Okay, whereas to display the image, what we need a source from where you are getting that image. We have to mention from where you are getting that image. Right, for that we are using an attribute called src. Okay, just equal to src. Okay, you may, in your mind, it may be raised a question why there is no closing tag for this image. Okay, as I said, tag is segregated into two types. One is paired and another one is unpaired. To reference, for a reference to refer a page, we used a tag a. It got me a closing tag, whereas this image is not giving me a closing tag, which means it is unpaired tag. We need not any closing tag for this image. Okay, so how to give the source? See, just I am going to implement. Okay, in my desktop I have created HTML folder, right? In that I am having a image, nature, saying nature. Okay, I want to I want to make my file directory into this. From here, you just display my image in my website. Okay, how to give? Okay, here it will show use the path, right, where this folder is available. This PC under desktop, I'm having HTML folder, right? Just click on that, you will get the directory. Okay, just click on that, you will get the directory. Just copy that and paste it inside this src. Okay guys, hope you clear this. You have an idea of this, how to add a image. Just I will repeat you again. Just I have having an image in my desktop. Under desktop I am having HTML folder. Just I am having an image file inside that. First what I am doing, just I am clicking on the file path. Just I have copied, I have inserted in my src. Okay, I have inserted the src. Next, what is next? So I want to give the file name. Okay, it navigates, it displays the directory from where and from which folder you are accessing that image. At last we have to give the file name. What is the file name? Here I have mentioned nature. Okay, after that I'm just entering nature. Okay, what is the file format? Also we have to mention what is the type of this file. JPG. Okay, just I am mentioning dot JPG. Okay guys, don't worry. Okay, I'm explaining very slowly, hope you can understand and follow me. Okay, to insert an image from my system to my website, how it is possible? Just I have used a tag saying image. Under that image I have used an attribute saying src. Okay, I have used an attribute saying src. From that src I am giving the path from where you want to take my image. Okay, just I have mentioned. So this is all about inserting an image. Okay, let's see whether it is. See, superb, right? I have got displayed my image. Okay, just for understanding purpose I have just added an image in my desktop. I have navigated in my src. Similarly, wherever you can't or wherever you have an image, you can navigate through this src that will be displayed in your website. Okay, this is all about inserting an image in your website. Okay, let me explain you again once again this image source. Okay, so the concept is about I want to display a image. Just I am opening open tag, just image src equal to. Okay, I'm just taking the file path where from where I'm going to display my image. I have pasted. Then finally I'm giving the file name and the file format. Okay, then I'm closed. Okay, this is all about inserting an image. Okay, so that what we got displayed in this web page. Okay, hope you guys understood what is this. Okay, so far we see what is the title attribute, what is the main content behind this title. Then we have seen about href and how to add an image in my website. Okay, then we'll move on to the next part. Okay, the width and height attributes. Okay, the width and height attributes. What does this height and width specifies mean? See, I have added an image. Okay, it will display in the actual file format and actual height and width of the file. Okay, so we can handle that. If you want to increase the height of the image, if you want to increase the width of the image, that is possible. That is what comes under the height and width attributes. Okay, so in image tag should also contain the height and width attributes which specifies the height and width of the image. Okay, that is what it specifies in height and width. attribute. Let me explain in the coding part. Okay. Okay, I have mentioned this image, right? So after this, I am going to add the height and width for the image. I am just going to change the height and width of the image. Okay, for that just I am giving width. Okay, after specifying the file path and the file name, just give an attribute saying width equal to, just I am giving 500. Okay, then what else? 500 should be in the single quote. You can also use double quote also. Then second, I am going to add height. Okay, height I'm just adding 600. See, don't worry about this single quote and double quote. HTML will accept single quote and double quote. Okay, there is no any complications on that. You can use single quote or double quote, whichever you want. Okay, let's see what happens. See, it increased my height and width of my image. Okay, it is very simple to add width and height attribute in the image tag. It is very simple to increase the height and width of your image using this simple concept of width and height. Okay, this is all about image adding and how to handle the image with specific height and width. Okay, this is all about the width and height attributes. Okay, the last attribute we are going to see about the ALT attribute. Okay, what is this ALT attribute? ALT is nothing but alternate. ALT is nothing but alternate. For what? Why we need this alternate attribute? Okay, for example, I have mentioned a image here, right? Okay, for certain reason, this image is not displayed in my web page. Okay, as I mentioned, this tag specifies an alternate text for an image. Okay, to be simple, due to some slow connection or an error in SRC attribute, you have not mentioned the SRC attribute properly. There is much more reasons why the image will not be displayed in our website, right? This image will not be displayed for certain reasons due to slow bandwidth, slow network connection, or a wrong SRC tag implementation. We have certain reasons, right? For that, what this alternate tag will do means it gives an alternate text instead of that image. Okay, for example, let us assume this image is I have not mentioned. Okay, no, let it be there. Just I am giving in the next line. Image is RC equal to, just I am giving empty. I am not mentioning anything. Okay, just I am giving an attribute saying ALT alternate equal to, okay, just I am giving nature. What I made here, I have not mentioned any image file. I have not mentioned any where to get that image. Okay, just I have given empty. SRC equal to empty. Let's see what this alternate tag does there. So this is hidden below. Let me clear this. See, the image is not displaying there, just it displaying an icon for image. That this place needs an image, but it is not displayed there. Instead of that, it's saying an alternate text nature, which means and related to a nature an image will be inserted there, but it is not inserted. Okay, this what the alternate tags do. Okay, if you give an image source, see, image is there. Along with that, I am just giving an alternate tag as nature. Okay, let's see what it does. See, there is no need of alternate tag there. Why? Because the image is loaded properly here. Whereas due to some certain reasons, if the image file is not visible, okay, on that case, that alternate tag will work out. Okay, just I will see you again. Just I am giving the src as empty. Just I am giving an alternate tag. See, there is no specific path to display the image. Instead of that, that alternate tag is working. So whatever the content I have given in that alternate tag, that's what displaying here. Nature, I have given as nature. The term is displaying here. Okay, this is all about how to insert an image if the image is not available, and what is the role and the responsibility of the alternate tag comes under this image attribute. Okay, image tag or image src attribute. Okay, this is all about the attributes of HTML. So far we've seen 5 different HTML attributes. Okay, we'll move on to the media. Okay, what is this HTML media? As I said, we are going to display an audio file and a video file in my website. Okay, let's see how it works. Okay, to add a video, okay, to add a video, just I need a tag saying audio. Okay, guys, listen carefully. Now I am going to add an audio to my website. Okay, just I have opened a tag called audio. Okay, just I'm giving an enter here. Okay, I have added an audio tag. Okay, what next? So as image, the audio will be displayed some specified path in my system. Okay, in that audio tag again we are going to display the src. So from where you are going to display this audio? For that, I'm just giving source src. Okay, for that what I have added source src, whereas for displaying an image it is only about src. Guys, now I'm going to add a audio in my website. For that, I just added a tag saying audio. Okay, inside that audio I'm going to mention from where I am going to display this audio, or from where I'm going to add this audio. For that, I just added, let me come from first, I have added audio tag. The next is, second part is about adding the source. For that, I'm using source src. Okay, source src equal to, now I am going to mention the source. Similarly, the same in the same folder, I'm just having a audio file. Okay, if you see that, see under this desktop HTML, I'm having a sample audio mp3 file. Okay, just again I'm copied from the image src, just I have pasted up to HTML slash. So what is next? Now I want to say the audio file name. Okay, what I have mentioned there, I have mentioned as sample audio, right? Just I'm typing here sample audio. Then instantly, simultaneously, we have to add the file format. What is the file format? mp3 dot mp3. Okay, dot mp3. So again we have to mention the type. Okay, sorry, again we have to mention the type of the audio file. separately also. How? Type equal to, what is my source type? It is audio, right? So audio slash, what is the format of my audio file? It is MP3. Okay, this is all about how to install the audio in my, how to get an audio file in my website. Okay, very simple. Just I have added an audio tag. Inside that audio, I'm just specified from where I'm going to display the audio. For that, I'm using source space src equal to the entire src and the file name dot file type, then the type of the source. Okay, see, first source is there. No, this is what the source type is. Source here, src is nothing but from where I am getting this source, right? Source is nothing but whether it is audio or video, right? Src is the direction, the directory where I am going to display this audio. Okay, just I have saved this and just run. Okay, see, nothing is displayed. The audio is not displayed here. Okay, the reason why it is not displayed here means, see, simply we have mentioned from where the audio file is comes. Okay, the very important point of adding this audio file in my website means I need another term saying controls. Okay, what it is? Controls. What these controls do? This will give us in the audio file. If you all notice, we can use fast forward, back forward, play, pass, resume, right? All those things are called as controls. So we need that specific term here after audio, just mention as controls. Okay, this will ensures all the functionalities of increasing value, decreasing volume, and fast forward, back forward, whatever we want to do in the audio file, that all possible only because of this controls. If you miss this controls, your audio file will not display in your website. Just see, I got my audio file here. Okay, I said the controls, right? What is the control here? First control, play. If I click on play, it will play that audio, right? See, just it is playing that audio. Okay, this is all about control. See, I can do forward, backward, from where I want to play this audio. That's all possible only because of adding that particular term saying controls. Okay, this is absolutely, to mute, unmute, to decrease, increase the values. Okay, if you remove this controls, nothing will happen here. Okay, this is all about adding the audio file in my website. Okay, let me finish this quickly in another 5 to 10 minutes. Sorry guys, I'm taking too much of time, your time. Okay, let me finish in just 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, we'll move on to the interaction session. Okay, now I have added my audio successfully in my website. Okay, next, the similar one to video is, see, just all I'm copying here, just I'm pasting here. Okay, instead of audio, I'm just giving video. Similarly, closing tag as video. Okay, similarly, I have removed audio, I have pasted video. Okay, just I'm removing the controls also here. Let's see what happens. Okay, what else next? Let's see. I'm having a video in the same directory, right? Sample video. I have named it as sample video. Just I'm removing this audio and just giving us video. Okay, what will be the source here? Video is my source. Just remove that audio and I have replaced with video. What is the file format? It is MP4 file. Okay, just mention it as MP4. Okay, it is very simple concept to add an audio and video in our website. I have clearly explained how to add a video, how to add a audio. Then I have replicated the same code, just I have renamed the audio into video. Wherever I have mentioned audio, I just renamed as video. Then I have mentioned the file name, okay, and the file type. Okay, sample video mp3 is there, just I'm saving into mp4. Okay, let's see what happens. See, I got my video. Okay, this will be the template for my video, but why I'm not getting anything, why it is not playing, why I'm not getting play button and the forward backward reducing the volume, I'm not getting anything, right? As I said, it is very important to mention the term controls. Okay, if you are not specifying the controls, nothing will happen. See, after entering the controls, I'm getting this. So my video is playing, where I can getting the mute, you can full screen that video, whatever things you want to do with it. It all because just of controls. Okay, if you are not specifying this control, the video source will not play anything, and you have not supposed to be do any click events here. Okay, right guys, hope you all understood what is about audio and how to implement in our web design and how to add a video in our site. Okay, have took extra time of today's session. We have another topic, HTML list. Okay, let us discuss on tomorrow. Okay, this is all about today's session, guys. Hope you got a clear cut idea about how to insert an image, how to insert an audio, how to insert a video. Okay, how to format your content. All those things we have so far discussed today. Okay, so here I end my session. Okay, thank you for your patience and attendance for this session. Thank you, guys.